Folks, are you tired of wasting all the good whiskey to preserve your dead children until the snow melts and the ground thaws? Are you sick of raiding the spice rack for clove and cinnamon to keep Grandma from stinking the house up too bad? Well, have we got a solution for you. A tonic that goes by the scientific name of formaldehyde, one of the building blocks of life as we know it, and a miracle preservative that will keep the carcasses of your loved ones looking fresh as a daisy until the day of burial, be it weeks or months from their time of departure. Why, would you believe that this fellow right here was snatched from this mortal coil a full 6 months ago, and to look at him you wouldn't believe he'd been dead more than a day. Now his family has time to make the trip by train, horse, or carriage to pay their final respects. Rather than being nailed into a pine box and hastily tossed into a grave, our friend can be displayed for all to see in a casket fit for a king, and a tuxedo of fine silk, custom tailored to his precise measurements, all made possible by formaldehyde. So, who among you wants to be the first in Coach Stop, New Mexico, to test the corpse-preserving powers of this wonderful elixir? Oh, what, like nobody ever dies around here? Hey, look what I found. There's a whole box of them in the back. Why do you suppose the guy was so eager to sell this place? Selling guns in the West should be a gold mine, right? Well, you said it. It's a gold mine. I suppose he made enough to retire and he couldn't wait to move somewhere a bit more peaceful. Sure, that makes sense. Bang, bang. Hey, what are you working on there? Oh, just a little something to get the word out. I guess there was one in there. Something to get the word out. What do you mean we can't post it here? Our taxes pay for these telegram poles, don't they? This makes no sense. We should be allowed to stick whatever we want on them. Well, where can we display them? Hey, listen to this. Sikh funerals don't use tombstones or nothing. They see the body as a temporary shell. So they cremate the departed and scatter the ashes to the sea. And the Orthodox Jews, they don't believe in embalming or open casket funerals. How'd you know? You can barely read. They got pictures. Hey, what do you think happens when we die? The Undertaker throws some dirt on you and cashes his check. Listen, I got us a lead on a fresh stiff. Our condolences for your loss. It's never easy saying farewell to a loved one, least of all a wife of, what did you say, 50 years? But I can assure you that we will see to her final rest with the utmost in grace. And where's the stiff? As I was saying, at Adios Incorporated, we see a funeral not so much as a commemoration of death, but as a celebration of life, where family and friends gather to share stories and reminisce. A gathering of friends and family joined in a shared love for the dearly departed. We like to say, if people knew how loved they truly are, nobody would bother dying in the first place. You think he heard that? Hey, did you hear that? The guy said the stable boy got his head kicked clean off. So all we got to do is shovel him out of this big pile of horse manure, and he's ours to clean up and bury. This sounds like he's trying to trick us into cleaning out his stable for free. No, it's not that. It's it's probably not that. I just wonder why he would let so much horse crap pile up on the kid. If you want to sit here and debate about every little thing, we're never going to get anything done. Okay, it was that. Hang on. Yeah, there's no dead stable boy here, not even the head. See, here's our problem. We haven't been going where the action is. The saloon. Why, just look at this place. I bet you there's a brawl here every night, or a shootout, or maybe somebody dies of alcohol poisoning, I don't know. But this is where an Undertaker goes if he wants to make his fortune. It's just a matter of being in the wrong place at the right time. Why, take a look at that card table over there. Bunch of roughnecks playing poker for peanuts. Well, actual peanuts. Okay then, what about... Those guys look pretty racist. What if we tell them we're black? The idea isn't to get ourselves killed. Well, what if... It's just some jerk shooting bottles and cans. Not like we can hold a funeral for them, right? Not with the way this guy shoots. Hey, look what I found. It's like a doctor's logbook or whatever. All the people he's treated for the last, I don't know, however many years. I figure this can point us in the right direction, huh? If someone's dying of tuberculosis or something, we swoop in, do a little sweet talking, and we've got ourselves a customer. August 17th. Patient name, John Thompson. Ailment, thumb infection. Treatment, spoonful of apple cider vinegar. August 10th. Patient name, Gary Wilcox. Ailment, constipation. Treatment, spoonful of apple cider vinegar. August 5th. Patient name, Elsa Johnston. Ailment, earache. Treatment, spoonful of apple cider vinegar. And then there's a check here made out to one Dr. William Jones in the amount of $215 and signed on behalf of the New Mexico Apple Cider Vinegar Council. Oh, here's something we can use. Wilma Bordeaux visited the doctor about a dozen times this September alone. Sounds like a hypochondriac. Maybe she can be convinced that, better to sort these things out in advance. What did you say that lady suffered from? Something mania. Nymphomania? It's not like she owes me a yes, but there are nicer ways to say no. Alright, look at this. I've been checking the paper going back for months, and I can't find one actual obituary. They don't have an obituary section? They do, but, well, the editor mostly uses that space for jokes. Are the jokes any good? I'll never forget what my grandfather said to me right before he kicked the bucket. How far do you think I can kick this bucket? Look, the point is I've gone back months and months and I can't find a single record of anyone ever having died in this town. Well, that doesn't make sense. What about all those cowboy movies we watched? Seems like there's a killing every day at high noon if Clint Eastwood movies are to be believed. Well, either nobody's dying or the newspaper's not bothering to report them. Shoot. Well, I guess this matter can be settled with a trip to the cemetery. What? I'm scared of cemeteries. Is this it? I'm not seeing any other headstones. Jerry Frankfurt, shot in the back by unknown assailant. Unknown assailant? I'd probably turn to a life of crime too if my parents named me that. Well, this guy died years ago. I don't want to think we missed the boat, but maybe the West just ain't that wild anymore. $998. $999. 1,000. No. What's all this? If nobody feels like stuffing their dead grandma into one of these boxes, I figure they can have other uses, right? Flower beds, coffee tables, whatever. All kinds of... I wish somebody would die already. It's a telegram. Adios Incorporated. Stop. Your services needed in arranging lavish funeral. Stop. No expenses spared. Stop. Corpse can be found in front of the Jefferson House, 2 miles east of town. Stop. Will contact with further details at later date. Stop. Is that... He said here's good. Who said here's good? Old man Jefferson. He wasn't dead after all, just needed a ride into town. I don't see any reason to get all bent out of shape about an old man needing a lift into town, so he gamed the system a little. Who took my freaking smokes? That does it. Where are you going with that? I'm going to find who took my cigarettes and give him a 12-gauge enema. That's where I'm going with that. Well, it'd be good for business, but I don't see it happening. Oh yeah, watch me. Sheriff took my gun. And that one. He's probably going to take that one too. Maybe. Listen, I don't think we need to be so hands-on. I think all this town really needs is a nudge in the right direction. I'm thinking, maybe this ain't some sleepy little desert town, but a powder keg ready to blow, hiding behind a thin veneer of civility, with old grudges waiting to be rekindled, affairs to be exposed, the embers of greed, avarice, and resentment needing only to be stoked. What's avarice? Excessive greed or desire for extreme wealth, as in, he was insatiable with avarice. So basically you said greed twice. Let me show you what I mean by stirring the pot. Take this bounty poster, for instance. If they bring this fella in and have a hanging, we're the only mortuary in town, meaning we'll get a piece of the action. Only problem is, nobody's going out there and risking their lives bringing in a dangerous outlaw for $50. So here's what we do. Okay, but what happens when the sheriff only pays the bounty hunter $50? I don't know, that's not our problem. The point is they'll string him up and we'll bury him. Listen, if... Hey, the carnival's in town. All challengers accepted. Win $5 if you can pin our champion. Hey, this is a perfect opportunity to show you what I mean. See, we just find the scrawniest guy here and convince him that he's got what it takes to beat the champion. Then when he gets beaten to death, his grieving family will come to us to handle the arrangements. You think the champ will actually kill the challenger? Well, that's what we're hoping for. He doesn't look so tough. I'm shuffling all these extra aces into the deck. They may be playing for peanuts, but nobody likes to feel cheated. I'll swap it out when nobody's looking, and before you know it, we'll have a bloodbath on our hands. I'll just invite myself in for a hand and make the switch when it's my turn to deal. Checkers, that's my game. Maybe we're overthinking this. Maybe all we need to do is start a few rumors. Small towns like this, little gossip goes a long way. Watch this. Hey, I saw Big John getting frisky with the sheriff's wife. Pass it on. You're not going to believe what I found in the storeroom. Guns? Yeah, but also, look at this. This should come in handy getting people killed, huh? Gather round, folks, gather round. Come join in the fun. Test your reflexes, throwing arm, and hand-eye coordination with the hot new game that's sweeping the nation. It's called Dynamite Catch, and the trick is to light a stick of TNT and toss it back and forth, making sure you're not the one holding the bomb when it goes off. How about a demonstration? No. They got him. They got El Gato. Your plan worked. He's outside the sheriff's office right now. See, what I tell you, all it takes is a little incentivization. Where is he? That's El Gato? Yep. The guy that brought him in didn't even want a reward, so you were right. I was worrying about it for nothing. That's El Gato? Once we get this bar fight going, someone's bound to get killed while you and me sneak out the back door. So what do we do exactly? Just walk up and hit somebody. You start. What if he hits me back? I'll want to start with someone who's not, bigger than me. Looks like everyone here is bigger than you. Yeah. You know what we could do? What? Here, just throw something at those guys over there. They won't know who did it. Aha! Now you're thinking. First of all, Your Honor, you got a lot of nerve talking to me like that. Okay, so I talked to the other prisoners, and the plan is to make a run for it when the guard isn't looking, so be ready. Now, guard, look, the other prisoners are trying to escape. Guard, shoot them. Shoot them in the back, they're escaping. Guard, look. What are we doing here? Enough of these little penny ante attempts to get people killed. If you really want to stack some bodies, nothing does it like a good old-fashioned war. A range war, that is. And the best part is, we don't even have to do very much. These guys are so territorial that merely sowing a little confusion by, for instance, marking one rancher's cattle with the other rancher's brand, should have them going at it, with every hired gun from here to Louisiana showing up to claim their piece of the action. You know what's going to happen when you get near that cow? No, what? It's going to kick you right in the head. Huh. You're probably right. Here, you do it. I've got great news. Really, really great news. Yeah? Yeah, you're not going to believe this. You know old Jasper down the road? Sure. So I was hanging around his place thinking I could maybe jump out of some bushes and give him a heart attack, and guess what I found? A four-leaf clover. No, a horseshoe. No, I found a lucky rabbit's foot. Stop guessing. Okay. I found a $10 bill. Ah. So what I was thinking, the debts we've been picking up around town, buying everything on credit. Sure. How much do we owe exactly? 1,810. Ah. What time does the brothel close? Well, I really thought $10 would cover it. Besides, it was way less romantic in there than I'd been led to believe. Well, I'm not allowed in the barber shop anymore because I kept hollering and clapping while guys were in the middle of a shave. What have you been up to? Me? I've been working on this pro-smoking campaign, but I'm not so sure it's taking effect. Well, shoot, I'm running out of ideas. They talk about the West being wild, but if you ask me, this town's gotten pretty darn soft. I've hardly seen so much as a heated disagreement so long as we've been here, let alone a stabbing or a shooting or a drowning or a horse trampling or a hanging or a duel on Main Street at high noon. That's it, a quick draw competition. Every match to the death. Come fight it out for gold and glory. Winner receives a cash prize. I'm telling you, the bad men are out there. We just need something to draw them out of the shadows. A cash prize, we can't be giving money away. I said we can't be giving money away. Can't be giving money away. Huh? We can't be giving money away. Well, think about it. Between entry fees and funerals for the losers, the prize money will be peanuts compared to what we're taking in. So is that what the movie's about now? A quick draw tournament? No, it's gonna go wrong for us in some way or other. Okay, I just don't want to lose sight of the whole Undertaker starting trouble premise. Right, right. See, we could shell out for printing and pay people to hand flyers out all over the Southwest, or we let the railroad company do the work for us. Wait for the sign-up sheet to make the rounds, and get back to us with a long list of names on it. I guess trains are getting faster these days. There's only one name on here. Unknown assailant. Yeah? Okay, so this guy, he's the only one who signed up for our quick draw tournament, right? And I know what you're thinking. Just tell him, like, it's canceled, right? We did tell him that. We told him that. And he says, well, then pay up. Give him the prize money. Like, he wins by default. So what we want is, we're thinking if someone else signs up, he'll probably just turn tail, you know? Head back where he came from. So, okay, you don't even have to win. We'll pay you, say, $23 and change. And all you got to do is sign the sheet. Okay, did you mean to shoot it, or is that because you're a bad shot? You've gotten better. See, this is why you should have signed it. You'd have won the whole kit and caboodle. Whole kit and caboodle. You ever hear about gunfighters so quick they can outdraw their own shadow? No. Well, it's a thing people talk about, all right? Anyway, my thinking is, if I can get to be that quick, I can sign up for our tournament and get the prize money for myself. Well, it's our money. The whole idea was... All right, here's the plan. We can just make up a bunch of names and sign them to the sheet, right? When that guy sees all the people he'll have to shoot, he'll have to back out. Okay. Help me come up with some scary sounding names like, Bulletproof? Bill. What's another good one? Something intimidating. John, Killer something. Killer Bill. Wait, we can't have two guys named Bill. Why not? Bulletproof Bill, Killer Bill, Butcher Bill, Billy the Bullet Catcher, Big Bill, Bigger Bill, even Bigger Bill. Shall I go on? It looks like you're up against quite a rogues gallery, huh? So why don't you just hop on the next train and head back where you came from, huh? No. What if we, shoot, I don't know. You know what? We're sitting on an opportunity. We're trying to get rid of this guy? We should be begging him to stay. He's a killer. We're in the funeral business. If we can get him to shoot some of the peasantry, the money we make from that should more than cover the cash prize for the tournament. Hell, what is a gunfighter but an Undertaker's best pal? I thought I was your best pal. Hey, Big John said you're a jerk. So? Okay, follow my lead. You know that new guy who just showed up in town? I heard him say he could beat up anyone here. He did. I'll kill the son of a... No, he said except you. And he said this town is full of yellow-belly bums. A bunch of... Well, I'm not letting him get away with that. Never mind. And when the sheriff sees that, he'll try to arrest him, and we'll have a shootout on our hands. With all due respect, Your Honor, who died and made you God? Why are we out here? I got to thinking, if this fella is such a killer, then how come he snitched on us to the sheriff instead of shooting us? Take a look at this. This grave is empty, which means that... Keep digging. Yeah, empty. And I think that... Yeah, this is a Halloween decoration. Gather round, everyone. Gather round. I want to show you something. Mr. Tough Guy here is nothing but a fraud. He never shot anyone in the back. And that cemetery is completely empty. So now that you've been found out, I guess you better pack your bags and hit the road, huh? No, you. That wasn't supposed to happen. We've got to make our supplies last until we can do something about that jerk who ran us out of town. But I don't want you worrying about where our next meal is coming from. Mother Earth provides, and any man willing to live by the sweat of his brow will never want for sustenance in God's glorious kingdom. Don't worry about catching dinner tonight. I managed to grab a bit of grub on our way out of town. The boss says we can ride with the carnival for as long as we like, just so long as we're willing to pitch in and do some odd jobs around the show. Odd jobs like burying dead people? Well, I've had enough disrespect from these carnies. Let's try to get them all killed. Hey, remember when I tripped and Festus, the human cannonball, said see you next fall? Yeah. Well, we'll see who's laughing at whom when I adjust his cannon to blast him into that tree over there instead of the safety net. But won't that just smush him into a fine paste? We can't hold a funeral for a jar of human jelly, huh? Oh, right, the funeral thing. Alright then, I'll just stab him in the liver with this screwdriver. Hey, don't stuff me in the cannon. Oh, I guess the tree wouldn't have killed him anyway. What's this you're doing here? You know the reenactment they do of the shootout at the OK Corral? I'm swapping the blanks for real live bullets, so they'll actually shoot each other dead. What are you up to? Two of the actors ate some bad chicken, so we're supposed to fill in as Wyatt Earp and Frank McLaury. Are you trying to hit me? Well, you are the bad guy. What'd you do with that deck of cheater cards you made? Some of the boys have a poker game going, and I want to see if I can get them into a fight. We already tried that, remember? I lost my shirt. You lost your shirt. I know my way around a deck of cards. Alright, well, good luck. They said I can't play with them because I tried to stab Festus in the liver. Shoot, I'm running out of ideas. I mean, I already tried. Hold that thought. I gotta go take a leak. Does anyone else have to? No, just him. Shoot. Do we just stand around and wait for him to get back? How about some crowd work? We got anyone from out of town? Where are you from, sir? North Carolina. I've never been to North Carolina. What do you do for work? Logistics. What's that? Uh-huh. Okay. Jeez, guy won't shut up. Here he is. Sorry about that, folks. Go on ahead. I'm running out of ideas. I tried snipping the tightrope walker's tightrope. And you tried poisoning the fire eater. And then we tried to stir up some trouble at the shooting gallery. And that prize is for, if you shoot somebody in the head with the gun. I'm starting to think Old West carnivals are even less dangerous than Old West towns. Unless we're just not going out far west enough. Alright, what did you want to show me? Take a look at this. They've got a whole shipment of shovels and picks. So when we set up shop out west, we'll already have our equipment ready to go. What about caskets and formaldehyde? Well, we can do a few jobs real shoddy like, just huck the poor fools into a shallow grave. and use the profits to make the appropriate upgrades. I guess that just leaves the question of how we're going to sneak all this stuff off the train with nobody noticing. I've got it covered. What do we got here? Some poor, unfortunate soul who never made it where he was going. All right. Is he circumcised? Huh? We should make sure he has an appropriate burial, right? I don't want to send a Hebrew off in a Christian fashion or vice versa. I don't think he's got anything to check. Oh. And I'm not so sure this is the best use of our time and energy at the moment. Yeah, well. All right, we'll bury this guy, but let's not make a habit of it. We're trying to start a funeral business here. See? I told you can't get water out of a cactus. We are going to die out here. Nonsense. You just got to give it a little I don't think I can go on any further. Just leave me here to die. What are you doing? Well, I can't leave you here for the buzzards. You need a proper burial. You know, I think I actually can keep going. I think I actually can keep going. You know, I think I actually can keep going. You know, I think... Well, here we are, the Colorado River. The Arizona gold rush may be over, but that doesn't stop people from panning these waters, hoping to strike it rich. Where there's gold, there's greed, and with greed comes a nice big pile of bodies for us to bury. You set up shop. I'm tired. You're fishing? Aren't you afraid of getting shot? By that mean little trout? He's hundreds of miles away. And anyway, if he had the stones to actually shoot me, he would have done it by now. Yeah, you heard me, tough guy. If you're really gonna do it, then do it. Hurry up and kill me so I can move on with my freaking life. Where'd you get that? Any business? Nobody's striking gold, which means nobody's getting claim jumped or nothing. People keep hiking into the camps, but I haven't seen so much as a fist fight. What I have seen is jerk after jerk walking up and offering to buy our shovels. Next one tries that, I might just knock him upside the head with one. Yeah, I heard some fellows whining that a shipment of digging supplies never made it, so I guess they're desperate for whatever they can get their hands on. Well, you don't have to twist my arm. Let's see if we can get these guys to start killing each other. Okay, so they don't want to kill each other here either. Let's sell a few shovels. Let's get some more shovels and sell those. Let's get hooked on opium. Let's get clean off the opium. Opium guy says we owe him money for all that dope we smoked on credit. Don't we know you from somewhere? Nope. Well, we're all out of shovels, so I guess we could, like, rob a bank? Last requests. That's for people who are about to be hanged. I've got a guardian angel watching over me. Does anybody got a knife? Last requests. Let us go. pardoned on all counts. I can't believe it. It never hurts to ask, right? Right. Oh, you still want that money for all the dope we smoked, right? Yep. Uh, Maybe we could try our hand at mining for gold. But we sold all our digging utensils. I can't believe it. Look at all this gold we found. We're rich. Our money troubles are over.
Oh.
What's wrong with you? It's gold, ain't it? Nope. Pyrite? Huh? Fool's gold. Huh? It looks like gold, but it's an iron sulfide. Huh? It's a mineral, common in these parts. They actually used it for gunpowder in the old days. Huh? God damn it, are you fucking with me? I can't hear a thing since he threw that rock. Oh. Look, is this stuff worth anything to you? Nope. Then give us a few more days. I think I got a plan. I don't have a plan. I just wanted to buy us some time. We need to get some money. Hey, we should start a funeral business. I mean, we're in the Wild West, right? If the stories are to be believed, it's like the Wild West out here. Your cluelessness is sometimes more taxing than it is charming. Sorry. No, I didn't mean that. I'm just feeling kind of anxious. I shouldn't take it out on you. Well, I think I've got a way to solve our money troubles. I gotta hand it to you, that was a good plan. I had no idea postage was so much cheaper than a train ticket. Let me see that squirt gun. Now all we gotta do is trick these small town rubes into taking all this fool's gold for the money we owe them. Gather round, folks, gather round. Adios Incorporated is back to make good on all our debts. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we've been a ways out west making our fortune in the mining trade, and the thought of our friends and neighbors back in Coach Stop, New Mexico never left our minds for a moment. Now, where's that gun-toting bully that ran us out of town? I believe we owe you some prize money to the tune of $500. Well, we hope that this will settle our affairs. Yep, there you have it, folks. Authentic gold nuggets from the Colorado River. Now, if anyone has a debt to take up, please step forward. I'll be damned if I sit here and watch a Western where nobody gets killed. Thou preparest a table for me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. You know, the only thing worse than not having a job is having a job. My God, why have you forsaken me? Why are you so far from saving me, so far from my cries of anguish? I think that's the wrong verse. Oh, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. There you go. He restoreth my soul. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness. His name